Hello everyone! For today's Performing Arts Challenge, we are learning how to place So, our new note, on the stave. Over the last few weeks we have discovered a new note that is higher than Do, Re and Mi. We call this note So, with a hand sign that looks a little bit like this. Do, Re, Mi, So. Now we discovered that So is actually a skip higher than Mi. Do, Re, Mi are all a step apart from each other, and we're pretty familiar with what they look like on the stave. There's Do, there's Re, and there's Mi. Now remember that these can move around anywhere on the stave. Once we decide where one note goes, the rest have to fall into a particular position. But we could decide that Do lives there, that it lives there, that it lives there, that it lives there. It can go anywhere. But once we've placed it in a certain spot, then we know that Re must be a step higher and Mi must be a step higher again. Remember that steps are opposites. So if one is in a space, the next one, a step higher, will be in a line, the opposite kind of place. If one is in a line, then a step higher will be in a space. They're opposites, they alternate, line, space, and so on. Skips, however, like our new note So, are a little bit different. They are what we call copycats. If this is Mi, it's in a space at the moment, then to skip over it, we need to skip the next line and actually go to another space. Mi is in a space, So is in a space. They're copycats. They both live in a space. If, however, we moved everything up a little bit so that Mi was in a line, there is Mi in line 3. We skip over the space and land So in another line. Mi is in a line, So is in a line. They are copycats. This can be an easy way to figure out how to place So in relation to Mi, Re and Do. Once you have found your Mi, Re, Do, look at what kind of position Mi is in. If it's in a line, So will also be in a line. If it's in a space, So will also be in a space. They are copycats. Remember that because it's a skip apart, you can also do that skip, working out, well, there's an extra hidden note and there is So. For today's Performing Arts Challenge, when you click on the Add Response button, you're going to see a number of different staves with Do, Re, Mi written on them like this. You're going to have to use the drawing tool to figure out where to place So above it. For example, you might see one that looks like this and go, right, Mi is in a line, So must be in the line above it, a skip higher. And then you might see another one that's written like this. And you go, ah, there we go, there's Mi. Mi's in a space, So must be in the space above it. They are a skip apart. And so on. You're going to see about 3 or 4 examples like that. Use the drawing tool to draw in where So will live. And remember that if you have any questions, you can always get in touch via Seesaw. Good luck and happy drawing!